Hello there. I just want to do a talk and Merry Christmas, and I just want to talk about Christmas is about love, and I live every day of my life like this. There's no like fakeness from me or anything like that. I live every day of my life. Every day of my life is this stillness, this meditation, this going within, this self-healing. That's my life every day. And this is how I healed from my depression. I say it all the time that when I was depressed, I could have done anything. I'm very into the alternative healing thing. But the alternative healing thing, the real alternative healing thing, is to go within, because it's still very rare. But most people don't want to do that. They want an alternative to that. They don't want to. They don't want to face their own darkness. So because they think it would be a lot easier for something else. But you see, the mind works, and the thoughts and the feelings work in patterns. Everything is a pattern, and it comes from your perceptions. Right? You can do anything you want. Right? But when I was really depressed, nothing could get me out of it. Nothing. Anything externally, when you're that depressed, you're not able to do anything. You're not able to do anything when you're that depressed. And like I say all the time, that my unexpected awakening happened when I had enough. And then what I done is I basically exposed myself to my emotions, and because it was the only thing left. And when you do that, you start to find insights and why you were feeling this way, and you find out, okay, this thought leads to that thought, this way of looking at life leads to that, and so on. And then you start to heal it. And then you start to heal these things that make us want and desire things. These things that make us want and desire are unhealed parts within us. That's why I always say that wants are hurts. So what this path has shown me to do is what I do all the time. Is the path showed me that within stillness is the answer. Meditation, stillness. And what you're doing when you're in that stillness thing is you're interacting with parallel universes and parallel lines and realities, which are going on at this moment. And that's why you get thoughts that come and go, because you're interacting with parallel selves, parallel lines, parallel realities. And that's why thoughts come and go. Now, what you're doing in stillness is you're allowing these parallel universes and realities to actually come and heal you. You can use these things to heal you. This is what happened to me. All of a sudden I have enough, and then all of a sudden, right, okay, I'm listening now. And then you're still. And that is how I healed my depression. Now, it still took from 24 to 28 to heal it, but it did it. And now I haven't had depression since I was 28, and I'm 32 now. And so this is how I healed it. And this, I'm not, saying there isn't an alternative way, but that you've got the core of the problem. And the core to your emotional problems, the core to all problems, is the emotions. That's the core. And to get rid of the cancer, you've got to cut it out. You've got to get rid of it completely. And other things can be, like I sungaze, for example. I listen to energy music. I do other things that are complementary. But I know that with all those things, and if I don't go within, then those things will help, but they wouldn't get rid of the real problem. I know that when I listen to Reiki music, that's complementary to what I'm doing. When I'm sungazing, it's complementary to what I'm doing, right? But everything comes from your perceptual state, like I say. And you only change that, once you start to observe stillness in your own emotion, then you find insight with these parallel lines into why you are feeling this way. And then you find the solutions to it. See, these reason parallel realities exist is to help us. And in stillness, that's why you interact with different answers in stillness, because that's where the parallel realities are. There is no past or future. Past lives don't exist, because everything happens in now. The past and future are just a perceptual state of going in a certain direction, but everything is here. Everything is within presence and stillness. That's all we have. Even that is an illusion when you go deep enough. There's just nothing. Everything comes from nothing. Meaning that you can't exist, so all this has to be a dream. You see, but, going back to the parallel realities, that's what everything is. Everything's just an imagination, and what happens is you got nothingness. And nothingness, to produce something, has to be aware of itself. And that's what creates a self. And then what happens is that you've got imagination within that, because your awareness, and this imagination separates things. Because it's an infinite vastness of imagination, that's why there's so much infinite vastness and separation. But it's all the same one. You see? And this is what you're doing when you're working with these parallel thoughts and stuff. You're using the stuff to heal you. And like I say, the answers are all within stillness. Like I said yesterday in my video, that you hear it all the time, that people say, oh, I was so depressed, but then this voice told me, or this thought told me, this idea in my head saved me. That's stillness. That is that stillness. It's always there. Right? And there's other alternatives that will be complementary, but the core of the problem is the emotions, and these parallel lines, these voices or thought forms, these thoughts that save us, are the cure to the problem, because they're getting right to the core of the problem, which is the emotional problem, and letting you know how that emotion got there in the first place. And then once you cure it, once you change your perceptual state, you change your thinking, you change your feelings, you change your emotion, you change your whole reality. Right? But you can go to any healer. You could go to the best healer in the world. You could go to Sedona, Arizona, where I believe is a place where a lot of people have had spiritual awakenings. Right? And you could be in that surroundings of spiritually awakened spiritual masters. But that's not going to change you if you're in a certain perceptual state, because that will produce the feelings that you're manifesting. This is the same illusion that people have about the spirit world. They think that they're going to die, and all of a sudden a miracle is going to happen, their feelings can change. But you can go anywhere in life, any holiday resort, and it's not going to change you. Right? Because you're just awareness. And your feelings is what you are. We are feelings. And our feelings manifest our reality. We attract what we are based on what we feel about ourselves. So that's why I'm saying this video has been about, use the stillness and listen to those lines next to you, and let that guide you, let that lead you the way. Go within. That's what going within truly means. It means that you've said, right, okay, I've had enough, I'm listening now. And then you'll be shown the way. That's all you have to do, and then God will show you the way. What is God? God is this infinite parallel lines that is there to help us. Right? This is the support that we always have. Is God. And all you have to do is just let go of chasing. Right? But what I've learned from the awakening also is that you don't awaken until you've had enough of the chasing. Until you really know now, that you really believe and know that there's not an alternative. There's only the here and now. People chase externally because they don't like what they currently feel, but they don't want to open up to their own dark emotions. They don't want to open to their darkness. That's why people don't want to go within. That's why they don't. But all the people that wake up all have that little thing when they have, oh, a voice told me and it saved me. That's stillness. That's the within thing. That's the divine. And that's when the miracles happen. That's when you wake up. And until someone is brave enough to do that, they just remain asleep, they just remain unhealed, they just remain sad, and forever chasing healing things. But the healing comes when you look within. Because remember, everyone's got their own unique spiritual journey. No one's spiritual path is the same. Even people have had spiritual awakenings. It's all unique. So that's why you have to go within and go on your own unique path. Right? Right? That's just it. It's like some people say jump in an ice bath. I had a bath last night. I had a warm bath. Why? Because I'm on my own unique journey. No one's journey is the same. Right? And it would be very boring if it was. Right? Where I look, I don't look externally for anything. What I do is, on this path, is I look within me. And then what happens is that manifests things. I've realised that the more healed you are, the more present you are, the more abundance you attract, and you just get things. And I'm always in this state, so I don't look for information. I'll like put on YouTube with the intent to listen to some music or something, and then information will be there that I'm not even thinking about. That's how I've got all this knowledge. And also, it just manifests from within, right, into an external thing that's just there in my face. Like, I don't look to sun gaze. It just manifests in front of my eyes. I'll be in a bus or something and it'll just be shining in my eyes, and but I've not looked for it. And that's when abundance comes. When you become, like this video's all been about being still. Once you start practicing that, you ascend and become abundance, right? And that's it. The more you do that, the more abundance you attract. That's it. That's the law of abundance right there. To be still, like I've said in this video, and to listen to the parallel realities that are there to actually help you. But anyway, if you're watching, you're meant to watch it. Everything falls to divine order. Merry Christmas. Thank you for watching. Thank you.